150 million. That's the number of people infected by the Wuhan virus worldwide since the pandemic began. 16 months after this virus spread from China to the rest of the world, the cases are still growing exponentially, and it's India that is now driving this global surge. More than 380,000 people tested positive in a day in India. This is a new world record in daily cases. India now has more than 3 million active cases. Total cases since last year, 19 million. The recoveries remain steady. More than 15 million people have recovered by now. That's more than 80% of all the cases in India. What about the fatalities? More than 3,400 people have died in the last 24 hours. Help continues to pour in from all quarters. Today, the first consignment from America landed in New Delhi. It had oxygen cylinders, N95 masks and rapid diagnostic testing kits. Then we have China. Remember, a state airline had banned cargo flights to India from China. Now, Beijing is sending medical supplies. The first batch of oxygen concentrators arrived today. Reports say India has ordered 25,000 oxygen concentrators from China. Well, here's something else that came from Beijing. A letter. It was written by Chinese President Xi Jinping to India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It's a letter of condolence. It's the first time that the Chinese president has engaged with the Indian Prime Minister since last year's Ladakh border standoff. In this letter, Xi Jinping said that China is willing to, quote-unquote, strengthen pandemic cooperation with India and provide support. Delhi is yet to respond. Meanwhile, here's a ray of hope in these difficult times. These regions, the ones that saw the worst death toll last year, are now opening up. The city of New York plans to reopen 100% on the 1st of July. So far, more than 6 million doses of vaccines have been administered in New York. 36% of the adult population is fully vaccinated. France is also planning to relax its lockdown. Cafes, bars and restaurants will offer outdoor service from the 9th of June. Foreign tourists will also be allowed to visit France again. They will have to test negative or produce a certificate of vaccination to enter French borders. But what about vaccinations in India? Starting tomorrow, all adults will be eligible to get the shots. So we have around 600 million people, 600 million between the age of 18 and 44 who can get their shots now, at least on paper. Registrations opened this week. More than 20 million citizens have already registered, but there's a good chance that a lot of them will have to wait. That's because 20 Indian states and union territories are delaying the third phase of vaccination. They do not have the required doses. The central government says vaccines are on their way, but the demand is still much higher than the supply. So if you're lucky enough to get an appointment, do not miss your chance. Take whichever vaccine you're getting, Covishield or Covaxin, both are effective. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.